Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Rams Revealed, presented by Sleep Number, the Rams sleep and wellness partner. I am your host, JB Long, and our guest this week is a first-year Ram coming off his second career NFL touchdown. Kam Curl is with us. Good to see you, and thank you for some of your time.
Thank you for having me.
The Rams just picked up their second win. The Vikings are in town next. It's a short week, so we're going to try to be efficient on this edition, knowing that your time is precious. In the words of the immortal John Wooden, be quick but don't hurry. Sound good?
Yes, sir.
First things first, for our YouTube audience, you could see Kam is abiding by our hoodie policy here at the Rams facility. Really appreciate that. Should I throw it up too?
You might as well.
Do you think I pull that off, or is that look exclusive? I don't
Nah, anybody can do it.
All right, let's do it. Let's go. Let's go. See what my wife and kids think. Kam, scoring on defense, that's got to be one of the great joys of football. It happens all too infrequently. Your unit's now done it 2 games in a row. Tell us about what that felt like at SoFi Stadium in Week 7.
Just that's how you change the game for real. You know what I'm saying? Just changing the momentum and just trying to put a team out. You know, anytime you score on defense, you can really take the air out the offense for sure.
I mentioned you have scored in this league before. It was back as a rookie. Had 3 picks as a rookie, including a pick 6 with Washington. Mm-hmm. Tell us about yesterday's 33-yard scoop and score. Relive it if you can.
It was just in a certain type of blitz. You know, I had the back come block me. I was going for the PBU, but I seen Kobe. He flashed in my face, and I seen him knock the ball out. And I just, followed the ball. You like the dog following the squirrel. You know what I'm saying? Just followed the ball, got a clean scoop, and got into the end zone.
Have you had a chance to watch it back on film since, a Monday before a short week? Do you even go back and look at yesterday's tape?
Yeah, I watched it last night when I got home.
Okay, any keys to the play that you picked up on seeing it from different vantage points?
It was just Kobe came through the blitz real clean, untouched, and he did a great job of hitting the ball. You know what I'm saying? It looked like a D lineman for real, hit the ball, and I was there for the scoop. It was just really a good play by the defense. I
mean, that was important, but the most important component of the play was you high-stepping like Prime. Where did that come from?
I don't know. That was, that's the classic. That's the first celebration you learn when you playing football. When you young as a kid, you learn the high step. That's the first celebration. So I ain't really have a plan. I ain't know I was gonna score. So it just, went back to the classic high step.
But you do have an offensive background. You're used to having the football in your hand. Yeah. Running back, was it?
Running back.
Tell us about your offensive experience.
Yeah, running back is my first position. I used to watch a bunch of Reggie Bush and Adrian Peterson highlights, you know what I'm saying, and just try to be like them. I played receiver in high school, so I had a few D1 offers for receiver. I could have went a couple places for receiver, but I feel like DB, I was better at DB for sure.
All right, we'll get into your prep days and your college days in Fayetteville as well in just a moment, but let's transition from the individual celly, which was solid, no worse than B+, A-, right? That was impromptu, but what about the team celebration?
Oh, yeah, the row your boat. That's Q Lake, though. That's Captain Q. He came to me before the game, and he was like, if we get a pick, we're going to hit the row your boat. I'm like, all right. I really forgot because I was finna run to the sideline. You could see him run up to me he was whispering to me, let's hit it. I'm like, all right, bet. So we went and got it. It was it was a little unorganized because we was the only 2 that know we was going to do it, but I feel like it came out good.
So just you and Q, everybody else who jumped on that boat was...
Yeah, it was just oh, snap, they doing the row the boat, so we finna hop on.
Well, I got to thank you because the defense continues to outperform the offense when it comes to celebrations. The Rams have at times put up tons of points in the Sean McVay area, but celebrations never necessarily their strong suit. When the defense gets its turn, you guys maximize it.
Because, they come, it's rare. It's rare, so we got to make it look good.
Maybe game ball's not as rare in your career, I don't know, but what did it mean to catch one from Sean McVay after the Rams' second victory?
It felt good, you know what I'm saying? It was my first one this year, so it felt good to get that, you know what I'm saying? Just some acknowledgement and showing that we're making plays on the defensive side now, you know what I'm saying? Before this game, we weren't creating that many turnovers, and we put an emphasis on that during the week, and it showed, and we just got to keep building on that.
To that point, the final score is low, right? It's 20-15. Raiders not playing great. Rams don't score in the fourth quarter. Not much offense to speak of. Missed kicks. Not to dwell on that, but it's described as an ugly win, or people feel like saying, that wasn't the way we drew it up. I'm like, wait a second. How about we look at this through a defensive lens? That was a thing of beauty.
Yeah, facts.
I mean, tell us about what it means when the other areas of the team maybe aren't performing up to their standard and you can still find a way to get to the finish line.
Yeah. I mean, first of all, there's no such thing as an ugly win in the league. It's too hard to get wins in the league. You know what I'm saying? Any way you can come out with the dub, that's good. But yeah, a low-scoring game like that, that's what we want. You know what I'm saying? The other team scores 15 points. I feel like if our offense scores 7, then we can win, because it's our job to go out there and stop and not let them get any points. You know what I'm saying? So I don't care about what the win looks like. As long as our offense scores 1 point, I feel like we have the chance to win the game.
You know, your touchdown was the highlight, but I thought an underrated moment early in that game was your rush on Aiden O'Connell, too. I know you're not trying to hurt the guy or any guy, but you do execute the pass rush. You get up and kind of collide hand-to-hand, I guess, maybe did his finger there. That's a clean contest early in the game. And, look, if you have to make them go deeper on their depth chart, that's a win for the Rams, is it not?
Yeah, I wasn't trying to – I didn't know. I had seen he went out after the play. I didn't know what happened, though. But, yeah, I was coming through trying to hit the ball. I hit his hand, and I'm glad my hand okay.
Me too. Me too. I want to give you a chance to brag on some of your teammates. Should we start with Jalen?
Yeah.
Jalen McCullough, to be doing this as an undrafted rookie, some of it's right place, right time, right? You can't control tip drill, but 3 interceptions in his last 33 defensive snaps, that's wild.
Yeah, that is.
What context can you give us on the month that he's having?
He's living right. You know what I'm saying? The ball comes to him. He's a ball magnet, and I love it. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, undrafted rookie. You know what I'm saying? Coming in and just making plays and helping the team win, like, it just feels great. Like, it kind of reminds me of my rookie. I was 7th round and got my chance and was making plays. So, like, I'm so happy for him, you know what I'm saying? Because the way he attacks, I can just watch him during the week, you know what I'm saying? In the meeting room, he's writing notes down. He's locked in. Like, you know, he's doing everything right. And, you know, when you do that, you get rewarded.
I'm glad you mentioned that. Day 3 pick, 7th round, going back in your history. That feels like a more secure foothold in the National Football League, but it's probably really not. Like, there's not much difference, I guess.
I feel like anything after the 5th round is hard. It's hard to stay in the league for real.
All the more reason to celebrate your second contract, right? I don't know what the exact percentage is, but probably not many day 3, much less 7-round picks get a second deal, get a chance to come out here to California.
No, yeah, especially out here in L.A., man, living in the great weather and stuff like that.
Good for you. How about Quentin Lake yesterday? Just how good was he, especially that 3rd down red zone tackle on Brock Bowers? May have been the underrated game-saving play. Yeah,
it's Captain Q, man. Like, he's another one of the guys who comes, attacks every day, does everything right. You know what I'm saying? That's why he's a captain, you know. He leads by example a lot, and, you know, he's a real good vocal leader, and just the way he plays is a real smart player. And he's real versatile because, you know, you see him at the star, you see him at safety, and to be able to do that and not make mistakes and still be locked in, that's a really hard thing to do.
He covered a lot of ground on that play too. If you kind of like,
I was watching them film. I was watching them film. Like, his eyes was great on that play. He seen the tight end sifting back. You know, he got over top the corner, came downhill, made the play. That's a really great play for him.
All right, so you're touting his versatility. Can we talk about yours? Because I did a deep dive this morning. Look at all the places that you lined up yesterday, this season, but especially yesterday. Left outside linebacker, check. Right edge, check. In the box for about 21 snaps. In the slot for 19. Free safety for 34. But here's what I find interesting, and tell me if this is a big deal or no deal. Normally you're aligned as kind of the left safety and too high. Yesterday against the Raiders, almost exclusively right. Does that matter?
I mean, you know, it's just a little switch up. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Coach Beat. But it's just a little switch up, just keeping the offense on their toes.
All right, so you want to play it close to the vest, and I get that.
Yeah.
Like, just in case the Vikings are big Rams Revealed fans or anything. But suffice it to say, the defensive staff got in the lab in the bye a bit.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I feel like we got great coaches, you know what I'm saying? They did some self-scouting, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, just wanted to give a little switch up to the offense just in case, you know, we're banking on me being on the left side and just trying to scheme things up or something like that. So just, you know, give them a different look.
But what about the stress that places on you? It's hard enough to know one position really well in this league. To do everything that I just described and know your role and responsibility on each one of those reps, that's a lot on your plate.
Yeah, but, you know, it's our job. You know what I'm saying? It's what we do, you know. If Coach asks me to do it and I feel like I can do it, I'm going to do it. You know, I always want to be available to do whatever I can on the field because – you know, the best ability is availability.
I remember that was one of the things Washington liked about you too, right? Your versatility. Speaking of, you faced the Rams last year when they were kind of humming on offense. I want to kind of get your perspective on this. the threat of Cooper Kupp just being on the field, and we all hope that's going to be the case on Thursday. From a defensive vantage point, how much does that change things? Not just dealing with him individually, but the impact he has on the entire 11 picture.
Yeah, for sure. Anytime Cooper Kupp is on the field, you got to know where he is. You know what I'm saying? And he's another one of those smart players that he's a receiver, but, like, he has, like, a quarterback mind. You know what I'm saying? Like, he knows everything. He knows how to run his routes. He knows how to manipulate your leverage and use it against you. So anytime he's on the field, it's a real big threat.
I went and watched his 62-yard touchdown in that game again this morning. Why are you laughing?
Because, it was just, it is what it is.
That wasn't you?
Know what I'm saying? It wasn't me. I'm not going to put nobody on the bus, but, nah, it wasn't my fault.
I mean, you were in the picture. You were on the field, but I'm not putting that on you. Yeah. Rams lost a couple fumbles in that game. You skipped
I had grabbed one of them.
And they're looking to do the same thing. Like, just to go back in time, that Washington game was a Sunday afternoon contest, the first of 2 games in 5 days at SoFi Stadium. Rams won that one, came back in prime time, beat the Saints, really changed the course of last year. That's the same formula you're hoping to implement here in 2024. Can you compare and contrast the franchises just a little bit? Like, I'm not here to make you say anything bad about the team that drafted you. That's not my intention. But now that you've seen a different place in the National Football League, what stands out to you about being here with the Rams and how they operate?
Honestly, it's eye-opening. You know what I'm saying? Just the way they do things, you know what I'm saying? Conduct things around here. Like, I love it. It's real great, the way they take care of the players, you know what I'm saying? Sean McVay, he's a freaking football genius, you know what I'm saying? The energy he brings in the team meetings and all type of stuff. Like, it's a lot of fun around here, you know what I'm saying? It's really big family oriented, you know what I'm saying? Even the stuff without the field, like what they do, how they take care of your family and stuff like that. With me being like a new dad, you know what I'm saying? So that really eye-opening to me, and I'm really appreciative of that.
Congratulations! I didn't know.
Thank you. Yeah.
Tell us about your family.
I got a one-year-old little girl. Her name is Kalea. Changed my life.
Oh, congratulations!
Yeah,
is she local?
Yeah, she out here. She be at the games.
Amazing. I was gonna say how she likes SoFi Stadium.
She love it. She was just on the field yesterday with the cheerleaders and stuff.
Great.
She was loving it.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you.
I was surprised to realize this morning or be reminded you're only 25 years old, so you're super young. There's rookies who are older than you in this class.
Yeah, thanks.
In fact, you're 9 months older than Braden Fisk. I don't know if you knew that, but you guys are basically contemporaries.
Yeah.
So you started as a true freshman in Fayetteville, right? And then you left your last year of eligibility right before the pandemic. So you kind of got out ahead.
Junior year. Yeah, I left my junior year. I wasn't supposed to leave, but I was betting on myself, kind of. You know what I'm saying? And, I just feel like I can get to the league and make a team, and I ended up hearing my name called during the draft.
I like that we're kind of leaning into our Razorback identity here on Rams Revealed. We had Bo Limmer last week. Now checking in with you, but that wasn't your only kind of career family stop. You actually have a tie to California. How brief was that moment in San Diego?
I had stayed in San Diego for about 10 years. I was born in Muskogee, Oklahoma. Before I turned 1, we moved to San Diego because that's where my mom and my dad had met. So that's where they were staying. And my mom is from out here. She's from San Diego. My dad from Oklahoma. So we was out here. I went to school out here till I was like 10. I was playing. This is where I started playing football out here. And then after 10, we moved back to take care of my dad's side of the family and stuff like that. And we just stayed out there.
Muskogee's a cool place. I told you before we got started here, I actually lived in Tulsa for a while. I used to cover some prep football in that area. Maybe people's perception or stereotypes doesn't really meet reality when it comes to green country in Eastern Oklahoma, does it?
It's a different type of football too. You know what I'm saying? It's big dudes in Oklahoma, you know what I'm saying? It's different. Like out here playing, it's like a lot of speed, you know what I'm saying? Skilled players. And you get to Oklahoma, it's the cornbread fed guys, like, real linebackers and stuff like that.
And the good news is going to Fayetteville, it's a short drive. Your family was able to follow your college career pretty closely.
Yeah.
Oh, that's terrific. All right, so we're looking ahead to a short week. Do want to get a quick profile on the Vikings if you can. I know you're early in your preparation, but you know the names, right? Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison, Aaron Jones. What's it going to take to replicate a defensive performance like you had Sunday against a more high-octane offense on Thursday?
It's going to take turnovers like it did this past game. It's going to take turnovers, getting off the field and keeping the offense on the field, so they can score points and keeping the Vikings off the board, you know what I'm saying? Keeping the cap on Justin Jefferson, tackling Aaron Jones and just getting the ball as many times as we can.
One other parallel that I wanted to draw, and this is a bit of a stretch, but I think it makes sense to tie this together. History has not been kind to teams that start 1-4, but there are a small handful of instances where teams have rallied to make the postseason. And the most recent one, you were on the Washington team as a rookie in 2020, right? It was 1-4 and then ultimately 1-5.
Mm-hmm.
And I get it, the NFC East was not great that year. Like, no one is really touting like making the playoffs or winning your division at 7-9. 7-9 probably not going to cut it in the NFC West this year. I get all that. But were there any takeaways from that early rookie experience in Washington that you think apply to LA this time around?
Just, knowing it's a long season, you know what I'm saying? And, any given Sunday, just show up every Sunday, trying to go 1-0 every week, and anything can happen. You know what I'm saying? It's the NFL. Every team has great players, so it's just about being the best team that day, you know what I'm saying? Making your plays that you need to make on that day. And just dominating your one-on-one matchup.
Apologize for cutting you off there, especially given, how many division games especially are still left in front of you, right? Like, you just want to stay in this fight long enough to make that trip to Seattle, play the Seahawks, get the Niners again. Mm-hmm. All right, Cam, it's time for the wind down. This is a weekly segment presented by Sleep Number. Each week here on Rams Revealed, we get insight into how sleep and recovery impacts performance in the National Football League. More important this week than ever because it's Thursday Night Football. Only 3 days between your two games. I'm curious, what have you learned in your career about these short weeks in terms of how to optimize your opportunity?
Usually you got to fight for your recovery. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to come natural like it would on like a 7-day break. You know what I'm saying? But you got to fight for your recovery, fight for your film. You know what I'm saying? It's just doing more because the game is right, it's right around the corner, you know what I'm saying? So just doing more off the field, doing more at home to take care of your body and get your mind right for the game.
But you're feeling okay at the start of the week?
Yeah.
Got a good chance for Thursday to be right. Good for you. Couple quick things, and then we'll get you back to that recovery process. And these are real stretches, okay? So no expectations here. Feel free to tell me, like, dude, you're too old to be bothering me with that question. But if I asked you which famous actor went to your high school, would you have any idea who Mr. Brady is?
Mr. Brady?
Yeah.
He went to my high school?
Yeah. I didn't think you would. No worries.
Nah.
Like from the Brady Bunch, the patriarch from that family, the show The Brady Bunch.
Is it the dad?
Yeah.
He went to my high school?
Yeah.
For real?
Yep.
I did not know that.
The late Robert Reed.
That's crazy.
There was a shot in the dark.
I gotta go do some research.
What about that Merle Haggard song? Have you heard that one from
Okie from Muskogee?
Yeah.
That's that's damn near on the big speaker around the whole town.
We pretty much expected that. Like, of the two, probably more likely to have heard the song than to see the show. And then I was hoping you might bring that nice necklace that you have.
Oh yeah, I ain't bringing it.
That's not a Monday at the facility kind of deal. That's only Sundays at SoFi.
Yeah.
Can you tell me what the BAM collection is or what that means, or would I even get that?
I mean, it's like a nickname, Kam Bam. You know what I'm saying? I got it in high school. Just around some older girls, they started calling me Kam Bam, so it kind of stuck with me. But yeah, I just got it, and I got to the league, and it's my Instagram name too. So I was getting the chain. I didn't want to just put my name like Cam on it, so I just went with Bam.
Good. I like that. And like the 3, like the jersey 3 kind of fits with the B. That's good stuff. All right, I got a long way to go clearly to keep up with Kam Curl, but maybe the hoodie.
The hoodie looking nice.
That's okay. I'm happy to make a fool of myself for the better of Rams Revealed. Thanks for getting to know you a little bit better. It's a short week. I know you got a lot to do, but the Rams happy to have you and wish you all the best Thursday Night Football and the rest of your time here in LA.
Well, thank you. I'm happy to be here.
All right, coming off that touchdown, that defensive-driven win, Curl and the Rams back at SoFi Stadium Thursday night to take on the Vikings. Hope you can join us then. I'm JB Long. Thank you also for listening and watching to Rams Revealed, presented by Sleep Number.